At the age of 14, I became an orphan. I'm a proud daughter of immigrants. I'm immigrant myself, and it was a really big challenge. My parents passed away in a house fire along with my other two siblings. It was a very traumatic time in my life, and it's just so mind-blowing just to even think that that happened to me. My name is Elena. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. I'm all about body positivity, loving the journey, and embracing the beauty in life. If you are part of my family already, thank you guys for joining me and being part of this journey with me. I want to kind of talk deep about this. I have talked in the past, life without my parents, and today we are going to dive in the past. It can be scary and it can be traumatizing. I'm a little scared, but I want to show you guys that it is possible to keep pushing through, that being a survivor, there's no guilt in it, and that you can successfully overcome the hardships. If you are currently going through hard times, just know there's help. There's always people out there that do care, and there's people out there that love you so much. Don't forget that you are loved dearly, and I want you guys to find help, seek help if you are currently going through struggles. You can always send me a message. I can try my best to help you and find the right direction for you. Now, before I get started with reading my journal, these are words of a 14-year-old girl that felt lost, was hurt, in pain, and there's so much more to it. Just warning, I might cry because I did try to read my journal, I want to say a couple months ago. Moving and so on, I was able to get it and I started reading it, and I got a panic attack. I was crying. But there was crying of different reasons because I was crying, and I want to go through this journal. It's a very intimate part. I have not shared this with people. This is my journal, my diary of my past traumas and how I felt when I lost my parents and how I felt when my world just came tumbling down. So I'm being very open with you guys and sharing something really intimate and personal, like beyond personal. So I'm nervous too, but there's a reason why I'm sharing this, and I want to read this and we'll get into why I'm sharing this, because you can overcome, and I'm an example of how you can overcome. So let's get to it. Let's open up this journal. All right. If the waterworks come sooner, just warning. All right. So first thing I open up, the date of my journal when I started writing here was the 12/31/07. My parents passed away the 15th. This is on the 31st. So we have right there. I got like instructions of drivers like when I was driving, how to park. Oh my gosh, we don't need that right now. I didn't write the actual date. I wrote 12/07. So I don't know when I wrote this, but I wrote this in the month. My life full of joy and happiness until one day it was taking all away. The life of my family were gone in the worst of ways. Screaming and yelling felt like forever for help and to be saved, but no answer could help prepare this day. A nightmare full and will never go away. Waiting to be answered, but no one responds. Finding yourself knowing that they are gone. Life of theirs were also minds, shattered all at once. What is going on this day? Not a day, but a nightmare to stay. Thinking of them, knowing they're not here hurts me a lot. finding they're gone and do not appear. My happy, my joy, my laugh, my smile, gone in just a second. Not knowing when life will end, but thinking of you until we meet again. My love for you, my love for them will always be. My familia is forever. Continue with 3, but always 8. Loving each other will always be together, united in heart to heart. Te amo, mi familia, forever. That was one of my poems that I wrote to them. Child, it hits you. So yes, my mom passed away, my dad passed away, my sister passed away, my brother passed away, and my unborn brother passed away, my little angel. And I survived along with my 2 other sisters. I was 14, now I'm 27. Oh girl, I'm getting old. But I'm pushing through. Let's get to it. This next page it's harder to read. This is the page where I started crying the last time I got into this. So I'm gonna get into it. Let's see. So I wrote this January 2nd, 2008. Another year with what I would be happy until the day of the fire. I don't know what to think, to do anymore. That day, I didn't even know what to do, think, just scream and yell. I don't understand anymore. Without my mom, my papi, mami, Hema, Chabelito, and my other brother, I miss them so much. I miss them, just talking to them, looking at them. I don't understand why did God take them away. If him knowing how am I supposed to go on without them? God, I don't understand. Why was it in a fire? Why did this have to happen? Why, God? Porque every moment thinking about them, wanting them to be here with me, but it's not possible. A year without them, I can't even imagine. And then I wrote a lot of other things that I don't want to talk about, but I wrote some things here. My writing. I'm just going to share like my writing, my pain, my hurt. Like you can see in my writing, like how sloppy my writing is. Like yes, from there. This one is really sentimental. I'm only going to read one more page and that's it. And then I'm going to kind of like reflect and talk to you guys. The day of the fire, I can never forget. My dad was my hero and still is. He saved me and my sisters, Karen, Crystal, me, Elena. And I don't understand anything anymore. The fire, the deaths of my family, my parents, my brothers, my sister. I love them so much. All I remember is my dad screaming, yelling, and telling us to get up. The babies screaming, yelling, and mommy, everyone. Daddy telling us to run, corren. Me moving the cabinet and coming out of the door of the balcony, screaming for help, thinking they were behind me. So I jumped and they weren't there. I didn't save them. I couldn't. So I hated myself for that. And I don't understand. Weren't people there with us yelling for help? I don't understand. Why didn't they follow me? It's hard. Listening to my words, reading my words. the reality of it, pain, when it has to do with this kind of trauma, or not even trauma, but surviving, survivor's guilt was one of the biggest things. I don't know if people realized how much that like can eat you up, unless they go through survivor's guilt. And it's not, and survivor's guilt, of course, is not your fault, but you push it as if it is your fault partially, because you are part of the person, you are a person that was there. I don't blame myself anymore. I mean, it was destiny, it was part of God's will, and it's something that I have healed from it. But the pain will always be there. Why? Because it was a very hurtful moment for me. I was young. I lost the only thing I knew of my love was my parents and my siblings. Like, that's nothing that no one can understand. It can relate if they've been through something similar, but no one can understand my true hurt because they're not me. My sisters can relate, but I can never feel their pain because I'm not them. I can feel my own pain. And the reason why I really wanted to share this with you guys was because this is part of my story and my journey that was freaking hard. It was hard. It was painful to go through, and there's so much more to it than what I share with you guys. I know there was so much more to it because I can, there's a lot of stuff you put behind your mind, but just like going back to this book and me thinking about the stuff, like I remember every single moment. I remember images, like I remember everything. And after what happened, that was another journey. That was another step in my life where I had to grow up without how I could live and survive without my parents, without my sister. Like, I even think to this day, like, I don't even know how the hell how the hell am I here? Like, there's could have been so many different directions that I could have taken. So many different directions, but I decided to go a different direction, or a positive direction. I'm not gonna lie, like I went through a lot of things where I wanted to just end my life, but I thank God, and I thank the feeling of comfort of my parents, and having that wish that I wanted to do something more with my life, and I wanted to make them proud. That was my mindset, and that's still my mindset. That's how I identify myself with anything and everything I do. I want to make them proud, and I want to continue to survive life, because life isn't easy. I've gone through other things after my parents, maybe not as traumatic as that, but it allowed me to keep on growing as an individual. And the reason why I want to share this with you guys is that it is possible to live. If you go through hardships, it's possible for you to take that route that is survival route. It's possible for you to allow yourself to be happy. We go through pain, we go through guilt, but at the end of the day, you have to take that decision, that choice, that right to continue strong. And I look back in my journal, and here's one of the things that I want to share with you guys before we finish off. This was some hard stuff that I wrote. Why am I here? Why am I here? I don't have a purpose here. My life is nothing. Why couldn't I die? They didn't deserve to die that way. I hate everything. I hate it. Life, I hate it. Why, God? Nothing's good anymore. Why am I here? Like, I question a lot. Why am I here? That was a 14-year-old girl writing this. Do I question myself now? No. I don't question why am I here, but this was the pain here. Like, this was my pain, that I hated everything, and why am I here? And I want to share with you guys that you are here for a reason. I am here for a reason. It might not be super greater and so on and beyond, which I used to think it had to be for a full-on purpose beyond. But as I got older and as I experienced life, I realized that I'm here even if it's for the smallest purpose of living my life and going on my life journey. And that is just enough. Your life purpose is to live, and that is just enough. If you want to go beyond, go beyond. If you don't want to go beyond, you don't have to go beyond, but just live and be happy. And that's one of the things that one of my important messages is just to be happy or look for happiness. It's not easy. I've hit stages in my life where I want to give up, where I cry, where I feel overwhelmed, but I continue to do what? I continue to get myself up, and I want to encourage you to get yourself up. If you're going through hardships, get yourself up. Even if it's the slightest thing of brushing your teeth, doing your hair, doing your makeup, getting dolled up, like just do something. Reach for help and know that life can be hard, but it's so important of how you choose to live your life. If you choose to live it of guilt, if you choose to live it that I will survive and I will live happy. This is an example that life hurts. This is an example that life throws so much shit at you that it wants to bring you down, and it will try its damn best to bring you down. But what you have to do is take control. Take small steps. Take those small steps to live, to focus on your goals. And that's why, like, many people would say, like, you have goals, this is that. But no, it's so much more deeper when I say have goals. It's so much more deeper to live your life towards happiness, because I know that life is so precious. It isn't just about let the day be. It's about let me make this day impactful for myself, the people surrounding me. Make this day impactful. I was once hurt, and yes, I still struggle with missing my parents, and I still struggle with the hardships. But overall, I'm so thankful that I'm strong, that I was able to overcome, and I'm still overcoming, because it never ends when you go through hardships or you go through a traumatic experience. Life continues, and you still have that. People continue their lives. If they weren't a part of it, they continue their lives, but that will stick by you forever. My hurt, my pain will stick by me forever, but I can heal from it, and I encourage you to heal from it too. I hope you guys take my words to heart. I hope you guys appreciate too, because this is definitely very vulnerable for me to share, like beyond vulnerable. I have shared a lot, but this is something even more beyond. There's so much more that I wish in a way that I want to share, but I know that it's best to just keep it to myself, because you have to have that boundary within yourself. And It's okay to have that boundary. You don't need to share everything with the world, but sharing enough just to help and to share with you guys that it does get better. It will get better. If you're in high school, if you are in college, if you're already an adult and you're going through hurt of losing a loved one, just know that yes, it's painful, but life does get better. But it's only if you allow life to get better, and it's only if you allow your mindset to think and to feel that you can overcome it. Because if you don't allow yourself to overcome it, it's really going to be hard to even overcome. And I want to encourage you guys to be positive. I want to encourage you to seek for help. And if you have a really fucked up day and a shitty attitude, like, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you guys for joining me today. Sharing this part of me that's very, very inside, like very deep. So I hope you guys stay beautiful, stay kind, never give up on your goals and dreams. And number one, stay confident and true to yourself. Thank you guys for joining me. Bye, guys.